Sorry about that, guys. My camera was, someone was ringing, so I had to stop the video. When we're in reverse energy, Emperor or Empress energy, it's an energy where it is in an ego, and it is a lot of toxic behavior, drama, manipulation, gaslighting, power control, competition. But when you're in codependency, all right, it's basically lower vibrational energy where a codependency needs to be made or attached, where I can pull or drain or take from you. You know, I need you. It usually pulls you into chaos, drama, struggle. It's a lack energy, all right? It's pulling you down, not up. It's bringing in problems and toxic behavior, you know, addictions, playing on addictions, weaknesses, traumas, blaming, a lot of, basically they'll, I want to say this properly, toxic behavior, it depletes you, okay? It depletes you. It puts you, you know, things slip through your fingers. You can't get a grip in your abundance or a purpose, or, you know, they take you off track. So I'm just going to say it, you know, in reverse, it's, it can be very, plays on your addictions. It plays on, it's very toxic in the form that it is very alluring. It's very Jezebel, we call it Jezebel energy, seduction, you know, addictions. It's the quick hit, it's the quick fix, it's the quick get fast, it's the hit, it's the bang, it's the love bomb, it's the finesse, it's the blame. You know, it's basically, if your life's not moving forward or growing or prosperous, you're probably in a lower frequency energy. It keeps you there, keeps you in the complete opposite of your divine alignment and path. I don't know if I need to go into why, but we all know why, but it's up for you to discern this energy. You know, lying, cheating, stealing, playing energy, you know, wanting something from this person, running back and giving it to this person, all of that type of thing. Spirit's giving me a message, going to levels beyond the laws of natural cycles of how things will go. So, you know, people manipulating you, lying, cheating, stealing, to get an outcome, to get a codependence, to win. I like to think of it as an energy. It's a pick me energy. They're in it, win at all costs. You know, they're in competition with someone, you, someone, something. Everything's a competition. That is completely out of alignment with natural cycles, which is alignment, right? There must be, you know, I'll do anything. I'll be anything. I will mimic. I will be submissive. And with Empress and Emperor, we call it, it's toxic feminine, toxic masculine energy. It's basically draining, taking. They need something from you. Okay, that is a toxic, basically that's a toxic energy. They need something from you. A higher, upright, higher divine femme masculine energy, they don't need you. They are happy to unify with you, but there's no tolerating toxic behavior. because that's not where they want to put their energy. That's the difference of vibration. So you or whoever either wants to put their energy in lack, draining, taking, competitive energy. One person could be over submissive to another person. All right. So to have what I want and get what I want, I will be and do anything you want. And you see this in a lot of relationships. So I'm going to use an example. And the example I've got is when a partner goes back to a toxic partnership, or they're in, or whether they go back or they're in it, they're just in it, right? They are a vibrational match there, playing out each other's wounds and traumas, and they generally team up. They feed. They feel like a connection. They feel like, oh, we're on the same path. We've got each other's backs. We're it's actually an energy which I've found that they need a group. They need two. They can't just deal with something on their own. They have to group up. So they have to get with their partner and talk about the other partner, or attack the other person or something like that. There's always a group. They always have to get more than one or their counterpart into something like a breakup or an ex. Okay, they're never an independent, I can handle it, I've sorted it, the boundaries, the clear cut, the clear truth, the truth. They're not in the truth. And they'll do anything to save their face and their grace and their fall from grace. That is lower toxic frequency. And they will team up to come at or to feel powerful within themselves, okay? They can't stand in an alone truth and wear the good or the bad on their own. So fall to victim, martyr energy. They tend to form bonds that will they can gain from. So opportunists energy, what you will do for me, what I can get from you. So you can feel the drain of that energy, okay? Compared to energy of I'm in this abundance or I know who I am or where I'm going, and I want to bring you or with me or align you or work with you or unify with you in that energy. But I could stand there on my own as well. This other energy, it's more of an obligation energy, an opportunistic energy. These people will bind you very quickly in whatever form. Could be work, career, this, that, friendship, lovers, anything. They'll bind you very quickly, and I'll give you some examples. So there are people who, this is a great example because it can apply to probably most people out there. You might meet someone and have a child very quickly, conceive very quickly, a bond, like in weeks, months type thing. And it's intense, and it's like petrol on fire, and it's just everything you want. It's the love bomb. It's the energy alignment, right? But then it's always chaotic. It's always hard work. It's like an entrapment more than anything. Okay. Now, don't mislead what I'm saying. I know of people who that happens to. They might meet and conceive, this is only as an example, very quickly. And they unify, and they just it's deeper and it's better and more love and more peace, and the abundance and the alignment just takes off. That can happen. Absolute alignment. Everything flows in their life. Everything's abundant. They're happy, all of the above. So there's the difference there. So, and that was just an example, whether it's a job or, you know, you've conceived a child or something like that. We're trying to get you to discern between toxic and alignment, because a lot of people have this completely wrong. Okay. So when you're in a toxic energy, you will know because you hear the word narcissistic tendency. So, you know, isolation, control. They're people who need to speak to you several times a day, be with you all the time. You can't breathe. They text you every hour, where, you know, during the day. There's that codependent energy. It's control, all right? Breathing down your neck. It's basically someone who will, we call it, you know, say and do whatever we call it kiss ass energy, to put on a persona, to put on a fake mask. Okay, so I will do and be whatever you want, whenever you want, so I can have this persona, this mask, and basically do anything so that you pick me, so that I'm the attention, so that I'm, and they'll do this with like when you have stepchildren or children to other, you know, they're in competition with the children. They don't like the children there. There's always an issue with attention in toxic, low vibrational connections. There's always an issue with the children, all right? As in competition, not saying problems, I'm saying competition. You know, pick me, I'm the more, I want you to show me that I'm, you know, it's all this energy. And they will do it with children, stepchildren, it's very low. And of course, sex, you know, sexual, everything's based on sex, lust, passion, everything. They fix everything, they get people back, they get them in connections, lust or codependency through sex. Meaning, you know, examples, only examples, they will bring other people into the union to make sex fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But we're trying to discern at the moment between lower vibrational frequency and that higher vibrational frequency for you to go in. Now, I'm not saying you I don't want this to come out the wrong way, because what I'm saying is if you have to pull other energies in to satisfy these deep sexual experiences, you are pulling in other energies. It's the group thing again. I'm not powerful or in alignment, so I have to harness other energies, connections, and excitement or fantasy to bring me into that energy. That is low toxic energy, compared to, there's no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's a choice of energy frequency. Or you have the more love connection union, where the two energies together create as much energy as all these groups and connections put together, because it's a higher divine unified alignment. And the love is deep, protective, safe, sacred, built deeper and deeper within the connection, so the alignment becomes higher. And purified, Spirit said, use the word more purified. It's like the more people you let in the door, in the front door, the messier and dirtier the house gets, correct? That's just a silly analogy. The less people you let in the circle, whether it's abundance or purity or protection or safety, there you have a more purified energy vibrational alignment. Okay? The other, pulling in many people becomes a diversity of energy that's not purified, that are all codependent and can't stand alone and on their own and create that energy, that high love frequency energy on their own. They can't do that. Or just with, a union. They have to pull and harness, utilize, energy harvest, add more. That is actually a lower vibrational frequency. That's a weaker frequency. It's like I have to eat more or drink more rather than one, you understand what I'm saying. So when people are, this is spiritual talk, no judgment, pulled into, lust and all those, seduce, lust, manipulation, entrapment, addictions, all of those things. All they're doing is avoiding being able or being in their own energy and purifying their own energy. Becoming one with themselves first. Because when they become one with themselves in energy, and you look at your truths, you can, hold yourself accountable, look in the mirror, do your work, protect your own energy, you will therefore do that for others. But with temptations and interferences, if you are weak to that, and that is Spirit said cancel weakness. That was the wrong word. I apologize. It is if it's your frequency alignment. See, even I get in trouble. I get told no. It's an energy frequency that you're choosing, or that is the level of your frequency alignment. And this is where basically your energy can be finessed. And when your energy or your morals or values or boundaries within your own energy, and you will allow them to be finessed, you will always be pulled into that draining, draining you, lack of energy, taking, on a losing streak. When you're on a losing streak and you're just spinning the wheels and you're not getting anywhere and you're doing the same cycles and the same things over and over, it's because you don't have boundaries within your energy field or with your own spiritual truth and alignment, and you haven't stepped in and done the work. And you find, and this just is an energy observation. Addictions and things come from sex addictions, any addictions, drinking, alcohol, drugs, this, that, anything. We can have any addictions, they can be other things, they'll come because it's a lack of boundary, and then the energies get distorted. So you've got that many portals into your energy that you don't even know who you are now. So there's no protection of you, and you have rejected and abandoned that. Therefore there'll be rejection and abandonment issues or traumas, okay, or what, anyway. When you're in the higher frequency or higher alignment frequency of yourself, not over others, we're not talking about over others, we're talking about in your own frequency alignment. You have boundaries. You have boundaries of your energy and the toxicity that you will allow to go on in that energy. Therefore, it is called self-love, self-protection of your light. And if you spend time cleaning your light, building your light, going through life struggles, adversities, challenges, all of the above, and you clean house in your energy, and it's a protection. That is what true divine protection is. That's what dark and light is. And other people have tapped into this dark and light battle and dark and light and rituals and all this spiritual hoo-ha, which is manipulation, which is lower vibrational frequency, which is manipulation of people's free will and energy, the lowest of the low. When you're in purified energy, you don't need to do that. If they want to be there, they're there. They don't want to be there, they want to be somewhere else, you give them that free will. You don't try and entrap and keep someone in an energy they don't want to be in or aren't a frequency match. You have to, no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you're connected to them, no matter how much you have a divine purpose, contract, path, destiny, you allow them not to, if they're not respecting their boundaries, then they're not going to respect your boundaries. They're going to try and do two things. They try and pull you into their toxicity. And if you won't come, they'll cut you off and go to the top, to something or someone else. That's where you have to make a choice to choose yourself, to heal through abandonments, to heal through rejection. You have to choose yourself. That is divine love of self and soul. It's not, because everyone's had abandonment and rejection, and there are many different levels. But the only way to heal out of that and get your true spiritual boundaries back, your free will back, your love of self, and go into full self-love and alignment, is to protect your light boundaries. So I'll use an example. A good example is when, let's say, you're with someone, or or they go to someone else, or there's a toxic situation, or they're pulled more into other people, places, situations, toxicity, whatever it is. You have two choices. It's more, what I'm trying to say is, when you have to let someone go, and you don't want to, and you love them, and you have to let someone go, they see that as rejection and abandonment, correct? But what it really is when you're in a higher divine energy within yourself, upright energy, you're protecting your light, your energy, your frequency. You've just said to them, I'm not better than you. There is no competition. I can't allow you to bring this toxicity in. If you want to be in this energy, then, clear the toxicity. And you don't force them, make them, or tie them into that. It's a free will, want, and need. Then you can build with someone. Because they are going to come in with the energy awareness that I'm coming into this energy, this feels abundant, you feel uplifted, you look better, you feel better, you're more energetic, everything starts to flow and align in your life. And rather than take that, steal that, and run back to your old toxic partners, karmics, karmic lifestyles, karmic choices, addictions, you're supposed to protect it. The person's and your own. Spirit said it's like it's letting you in the gate. You're going to come in the gate and you're going to value and see it as sacred and protect it and nurture it and love it and build with it and jump into it and see it for what it is. Or a toxic person will do that, steal it, take it, try and harness it to run off and have it A for themselves or for someone else, or give it to someone else, or build with someone else. And that is one of the biggest spiritual laws you can break. A divine contract, a divine union energy, still harness, attack, take opportunity, harness their energy or whatever to give to someone else. That is the ultimate betrayal to the universe and the universal laws. So be very mindful when you're dealing with energy, because that will only come back on you from the universe. That's what karma is. That's what the balance of cause and laws and effect. And people have made up these stories. Oh, they're attacking us. Oh, they're sending this. Oh, all our bad luck is because of this. No, it's not. That is the dark hoo-ha that people make up. So, and yes, we do have to energy protect, but that's a whole other subject. We're talking about you and your life. When you're in this higher divine energy, all you're doing is basically you're happy to grow and build with unions who are only really contracted. So you don't need many other energies. You don't want many other energies. You don't seek other energies, because you're only in that evolutionary build, grow, nurture, love, because that love and nurture, and here's the difference between lust and love, and toxic and non-toxic, or higher vibration, lower vibration. You move into love, where you want to build and nurture, and it's very sacred and protected. And the reason it is very sacred and protected is because then you can move into peace, the higher vibration. Love is the highest vibration, but peace and love combined, which means total protection and growth within that, takes you into all that is energy. Unlimited spiritual potential. You cannot have that if someone is in lower vibrational frequency, toxicity, or will bring that into this union. Even if you are in this toxic energy and you align or get an alignment to an energy that's in a higher frequency, Empress upright energy, they do have morals, they do have standards, real morals, and it is in protection of the energy. So if you do want to come over here, it's not about who's more powerful, who's more intelligent, who's more this, who's more that. It's one understands the protection of unified energy to harness that, to raise the purity connection into the highest potential alignment. The other energy wants to harness many energies to get power and alignment, which then becomes distorted energy. And that does not take you into alignment. That fragments your energy more and more and more. And see, Starseed, I'm telling you, this is a message from Starseed. Higher vibrational frequency, energy, understanding. Unique gifts. And this is when your unique gifts come, when you're in this higher purified, I don't like higher, it is, Spirit said it is a higher frequency, it's a higher vibration, it's more purified, there's less people in it. That's why most people are alone in that, or have been alone. They surrender to the divine. They do not control, manipulate. They do not harness energy. They do not become an opportunist of abundant energy of other people to use elsewhere. See, the alignment then comes in, gracious receptivity is not about making it happen. It's those natural cycles, and because you're in this purified energy, you know it just comes to you in that, so you can't allow anything in there. And then you go into beautiful harmonic flight. This is what it is. See these two? Can you see, like, that's two faces and there's an alignment there? Unified highest potential. There's two people there, two souls, two energies to get this. You need to cleanse yourself. We've got the water card, cleansing your energy, brings you into the higher heart chakra. Not the heart chakra, the higher heart chakra. We can love someone. We can actually love someone. It's about transformation. Look, I can't make it up. Transformation into your home, your soul's divine alignment with the other soul that is in that higher vibration, not lower toxic vibration. I don't care if it's friends, lovers, companions. Now, the lower frequency, the toxic, we call it, like, it's like the base, the root, the survival, the win at all costs in a negative. I'm not saying that's the base chakra or the reason behind it, but there's negative and positive in every aspect. But if you go into the lower frequency of the root chakra, you're in survival, win at all costs, pick me. It's sex driven, it's lust driven, it's base. The higher octave of the base chakra is stability, security, building, working a strong foundation. The negative, is a weak foundation. It's still both energies, but you're either going to connect to that or that. Earth Star, and there we go, Portal Keeper. This is all about the portals and your soul star, your soul divine alignment contract with yourself. This is important. This will bring you into infinite energy. That's the portal coming in, and you are being aligned and activated now there's an opportunity, Spirit said. There's an opportunity to unify within yourself. Okay? And that will bring radical expansion, and you can shine your light and step in your light. This is how you get from the toxic to the light. Your third eye, loving compassion and beyond the mind. Now, beyond the mind is beyond everything physical, toxic, 3D, how it looks, lust, passion, desire. Upside down. So evolution, I just saw there. So alignment and full spectrum. Crystal keys are coming in portal again. So I'll grab a cup. Let's see. Do we need a tarot? I'm going to do this one. Okay, let's get a little message here. So only because we're doing the toxic. So for some of you, you've been dealing with people who, and this is just a quick side note, for some of you, you've been dealing with people who you chose because of control or order, or they just did everything you wanted, fitted in, it was easy, there was no work there, which you found out there was a lot of work there, and actually it's actually easier to do your work and align with the higher vibrational. You found that confronting because you thought it was too much work, but you're now finding out the karmic lesson was that you're finding out that it was actually harder to be in the karmic cycle. And the karmic cycle was not about any growth at all. It was all about having your needs fulfilled. Yeah, release. I cannot make it up. Release frequency. See? Releasing frequency, ancestral karma into twin flame energy, which is the higher divine purifier. Twin. Why did they call it? Whether you're a twin or not, or you don't have to be in a twin flame union. I'm just talking about unifying with yourself and who you unify with, right? Why is twin? Two people. There's not let's get a group together, or let's have many energies here, even if they're all not at the same time, and that's how I'll build an empire. How you build an empire, and I'm talking an empire within yourself, your life, your life's mission, your children's life, your highest potential is to get with, release old wounds, and there's a blueprint. There is a higher blueprint to that, and this is about trying to get you in alignment with it for yourself. You have to break free. Building an empire takes a leap of faith into the unknown, out of the comfort zone, facing all of the adversities, okay? And what will hold you back is lack of faith in the divine, because lack of faith, uprooting, discovery, mixed signals, energy, your potential will bring, mixed signals within yourself, within your energy, okay, which is having many different energies coming in. Mixed signals, or you in mixed signal energy, what does it bring? Potential for betrayal. And that's why divine unions, Spirit said you can wrap it up, that's why divine unions have a lot of solitude, and you have to unify with that divine union to protect it, and protect it at all costs, Spirit said, without bringing third parties into the mix, and because you know the sacredness and the gods favor you. See? Because you did the solitude, because you did the work, because you stood alone, on your own, in your truth, did your work, whatever that is, that the divine asks for you to get into this purified alignment of yourself. Was the player. It's the player who has lack of faith. It's the tempted that has lack of faith. It's the easily misguided that has lack of faith, or alignment, or knowledge of self, or alignment to oneself. So they are completely not on their path or in their destined alignment. The player is always looking. No, Spirit said that's not. Choices. I'm not going to go down there because that's going to open up another whole thing, and I have to actually wrap it up. But I think you get what I mean about this important spiritual alignment that's coming in. And wherever you sort of the hangman I got then in those cards, and there is a release of pain, hurt, suffering. It's all about putting you on the new path, stepping into true abundance, true nurture, something you can build on, give from, away from this toxic energy. Where you can't give and heal in this energy, you can't evolve. I don't care how many people you gather to do your ritual work, your spell work, your energy work. It's not until you can do it within yourself, then all manipulation goes, all temptation goes, all misguidance goes. And that's developing that deep intuition. And we cannot do that unless we can actually be in our own energy. And that's what Emperor and Empress energy is. Yes, they want a divine union just as much as anybody else. They're meant to come together because of the power of it. but they have been on their own. They can stand alone. They can do it in their own energy anyway. And that's where the true alignment comes together. It doesn't come through comfort zones and codependence and toxicity. So hopefully I've been able to help a little bit, because we're all here to learn to discern energy. Learn to discern, so you can then when you can really discern energy and have that protection from the divine of your energy. That's all the divine's doing, protecting your energy. And you move through those frequency levels, you're going into that beautiful omni energy, beautiful all that is energy, and that's where the abundance comes. That's where the alignment comes. But with that comes a lot of spiritual laws for a reason, for a big reason. Sacredness, protection, safety. And everybody's trying to get it outside that. Not everybody. You know what I mean. This is our lesson. I've learned it. I've grown through it. Nobody has been immune from what we've been talking about. So it just depends where your next portal opening upgrade is, and that's why we want you to understand it, so you can upgrade into the next level of you and in alignment with your soul and soul's contract and potential and love and full self-love. Take care, guys. Thank you. Hit that like button, support the channel. I hope this has helped. Thank you. Bye.